Hey everyone. So within this video, just gonna talk about a few things. It's definitely nice to be back. Nice to talk to you all. So for what I want to, say in this is a article from CoinDesk.com. Basically, the SEC reportedly looking to BlockFi's crypto yield products. As you all know, I'm an advocate for BlockFi and the crypto yields that they offer for holding your crypto in their BlockFi wallet on their platform. They give you like about maybe 5%, I believe, for Bitcoin, 4.5 to 5% percent yield for Bitcoin for holding it in there. I know for a fact for if we're talking about stable coins like USDC or the other one, I think is GUSD or something like that. They basically offer a 9% yield for you holding your cash and basically in that stable coin currency. So it looks like because of that, I kind of knew that stuff like that probably wouldn't last for a very long time, just because like is like it's not necessarily too good to be true. It's just like that is a massive amount. Well, that's a decent amount in terms of yield for a product, and that's something that I feel like that's they don't really try to offer that to the consumers, to the everyday average Joe, to the everyday person. It's always a level of control. If people were, they could just get that 9%. That's awesome. That's almost, that's the average of a 20-year period for an index fund like the S&P 500. It does around 10% a year once you average a 20-year period for it. Some years it does 20%, some years it does other, but once you average 20 years and you divide that by the percentage, and then you see like, okay, over time it's averaged like 10%. So this is promising you a 9% yield, you know what I'm saying, for every single year, basically, without having to deal with that much risk that a stock has or investing in index funds do, because it goes down. Like, you can lose 30% in that year. You can lose this and that. But with this, it's a stable currency. It's stable coin. And you just have to hold your cash on that platform as a stable currency like USDC. So let's start reading this article. So the crypto lender was already in hot water with a number of state securities regulator earlier this year, right? So this is the author. This is Danny Nelson. I just want to give credit to him. So BlockFi's high-yield crypto interest product have reportedly come under the federal microscope, citing one anonymous source. Bloomberg reported Wednesday the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is scrutinizing the New Jersey-based crypto lender reportedly as issue are BlockFi's marquee lending products, which can yield as much as 9.5%. And that is true. I own USDC. They are yielding 9% a year in terms of giving you interest. And that's a good amount. If you hold like $2,000 in that account, you basically, off that percentage, you're making $15 a month. $15 a month you can buy food, gas, this and that, and a third, and that's like $180 that you're gonna make off that 9% in a year once you add all that up. So BlockFi has maintained that its product is not a security, but securities regulator appear to disagree. Earlier this year, a bevy of state level agencies opened investigation to BlockFi, which could make the SEC only the latest force to give a look. BlockFi declined to comment. So it looks like the SEC is trying to regulate BlockFi and its interest that it's giving to its people who want to, have some money, who want their money to grow, who want to beat inflation, but for some strange reason, they never want to let the American people be able to control their own finances. Never want people to, it seems like they never want people to earn anything and have have their actual cash grow and produce and be assets, even if it's in a way like that. It's relatively new, but it's because banks, they offer a small amount of in terms of a yield, which is like 0.01%. Like, what are you gonna do with that? You get 10 cents every like 2 months. Like, you're not gonna do anything with that. If you get less than 10 cents every you get a cent every month. Like, it's not good at all. So it's just like they rather you do that in a banking system that which they're only supposed to hold only 10% of whatever amount of savings or cash you put into that bank. So you put in a $10,000, they're only supposed to hold the minimum is like is 10%, so $1,000 out of your $10,000. So they used to have this thing back in the day to where if people heard that their bank was going under and they wanted to retrieve cash from that bank and they went there, the bank would not have any cash. They wouldn't have their cash to give them. So banks are insolvent. They don't have anything in there. They just create money supply and they loan your currency to other people like 10 times the rate of what you actually have. It's ridiculous. So they just don't want people to make money, in my opinion. They want people to continue to use the banking system and not be their own personal bank. Because with this, you have so much leeway, so much leverage. You're your own personal bank at this point.